The wind carried the smell of metal and lightning as Prince trudged across the barren plateau. The sky overhead was a bruised shade of purple, and rolling with storm clouds that had been gathering for 3 days. Long enough for the villagers to start whispering. Long enough for old fears to reawaken. He tightened his cloak against the cold. Somewhere far behind him, his father's forge sat silent for the first time in years. The hammer would not rise today. It had fallen the night the sky cracked open, and the stars fell in thin white streaks. One of them had landed just beyond the ridge. Prince had watched it fall alone. He approached the crater carefully. Steam still hissed from the edges, carrying the faint scent of ozone and something stranger, something alive. The ground vibrated under his boots as if the earth itself was shuddering in pain. At the center of the crater was a sphere the size of a human head, smooth and silver like a drop of molten moonlight. As he drew closer, the sphere pulsed. Prince froze. The pulse came again, warm this time, a soft rhythm, almost like a heartbeat. "Hello," he whispered. The word left his lips. The sphere opened. Not cracked, opened. Seamlessly, effortlessly unfolding like a flower. Inside, air cradled in strands of pale, glowing filament was something small, something alive. A child. Or something shaped like one. Its skin shimmered like translucent glass. Its eyes were enormous, reflecting the sky's stormy hues. When it blinked, the crater brightened as though sunlight had passed through its lashes. Prince stumbled backward. Creatures from the stars were the stuff of myths, stories his grandmother liked to tell by the hearth. None of them gentle. The child tilted its head. "Don't be afraid," it said, though its mouth didn't move. The voice bloomed inside his mind like a memory he wasn't sure was his. Prince swallowed hard. What her do? It looked down at its tiny, luminous hands as though considering the question. "Lost," it said at last. The thunder rolled across the plateau. The storm was almost overhead now, swirling in unnatural spirals. Prince had the sudden, every gut, deep certainty that the storm wasn't just weather, that it was while looking for the child. He took a step forward. "Something's chasing you." "It is not chasing me," the child murmured. "It is following its nature. It devours what does not belong." Prince stared upward. The clouds churned, forming a wide, dark funnel. Lightning spiraled inside it like a hungry sea creature. "What happens if it finds you?" The child's eyes dimmed. "I will cease, and your world may follow." A blast of wind nearly knocked Prince off his feet. The crater stones rattled. The sphere shuddered, every day, its petals curling inward as if trying to shield the child. He could run, he could pretend he never saw any of this. He could go home. Tell his father the mountain wolves had startled him again. But the child looked at him. Truly looked. And Prince saw a plea there he recognized. Because he had felt it too many times in his own life. "Please don't leave me alone." He pulled off his cloak and wrapped the child carefully. Its glowing body warmed the cloth instantly. It felt weightless in his arms. The storm shrieked. The funnel cloud dipped low, ripping stones from the earth and swallowing them whole. Lightning snapped toward the crater like grasping fingers. Prince ran. The wind clawed at him, shoving him sideways. The ground shook. His legs burned. Somewhere behind him, the sphere crumbled into dust, its purpose fulfilled. A bolt of lightning struck the ground inches from his feet. The shockwave threw him to his knees. He tightened his grip on the child, shielding it with his body. He didn't know how long he ran. The world became a blur of rain, thunder, and glowing fabric. The storm screamed its fury. But slowly, impossibly, it began to weaken. By the time Prince staggered onto the far side of the ridge, the clouds were dissolving. The funnel unraveled into harmless tatters of mist. Lightning faded into distant grumbles. The sky returned to its usual twilight calm. Prince collapsed onto the damp grass, panting. The child touched his face gently. "You altered the storm's path," it whispered. "I what?" Prince rasped. "You chose to protect what was foreign to your world. That changed the lines the storm could follow." The child smiled, a soft glow blooming beneath its skin. "You anchored me." A prince stared at it, uncertain, breathless, exhausted. "What happens now?" The child placed a tiny hand over his heart. "Now I learn your world, and you teach me what it means to stay." Prince let out a laugh that was half disbelieving, half relieved. "My father is going to have questions. Then we will answer them." The child said simply. The wind settled. Grass swayed. Somewhere far away, and the forge bell rang, calling workers home. Prince stood slowly, lifting the child with care. Together, they walked toward the village, leaving behind a crater already filling with new, tender shoots of green. The storm did not return.